Um, um. Hey, yay, hey, yay. We are all gathered here to talk about Tank Davis and the latest tape that has emerged on the internet. Is this the tape that y'all was talking about? Nah, this can't be it. Gervonta Tank Davis has a new video that shows everything that went on in that club on that fateful night. In this video, I shall break it down, give you guys all of my thoughts, the moment you have been waiting for. Let's get unpacked. We unpack. We unpack. We unpack. Coming to you live. Boxingego unpacked. Yeah. We unpack. We unpack. We unpack. Coming to you live. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Now, I know this can't be the tape that y'all was talking about. I heard a lot about this tape was like O-Dog's tape in Menace to Society, where he was sharing it with everybody, and y'all was like, the tape. Y'all was DMing me, y'all was sending it to me. Now, backstory. I've been following this Gervonta Tank Davis case, and there was mention that there could be some tape, and I was questioning, where is the tape? I just actually put a video out the day before questioning, like, yo, where's the tape? Where's the tape? Jake Paul said he's seen this tape, got the fight canceled. Where's the tape? Literally the next day, a tape comes out. So in this video, we're going to review it. Now, for copyright reasons, I'm not going to show the actual tape, and due to the sensitive nature of what's on the tape, but there are some parts I want you to listen to, and it'll still be an interactive video. And we'll see what the big deal is with this particular tape that so many of you reached out to me, sent me links, and that kind of thing. So this is the tape that was played in court, right? In court as Gervonta Davis has had the hearing. And the accuser, the girl, this is pretty much the audio from that court proceeding where they're talking about allegedly what transpired. Now, right now it's just girls walking, right? Nothing crazy. Some girls walking like it's a club. Tank hasn't entered the frame yet, right? So we got to keep paying attention. I'll scrub, but just so you guys know, this is what the scene looked like. Not much going on. Still, Tank has not entered the frame. The girl seems to be talking now.
And here comes the defendant.
Boom.
And you can see he grabs her by the hair and pushes her. That's the first one.
So the first clip he played was, I didn't count it, but let's say 45 to 55 seconds. Nothing happened until the last frame. So you should have had this ready for court. And then all it shows is Tank walking into the frame and like escorting the girl out. Right? Tank has his arm.
You can see he's grabbing her by the hair and pushing her down the stairs.
Yeah, it looks like he has her hair or something, and they're walking. Now, right like, and I know this is a sensitive subject, but it's already out of pocket. Whoever's defending her, he says he pushed her down the stairs, but they're not showing that.
You can see he's grabbing her by the hair and pushing her down the stairs.
You heard that. He's pushing her down the stairs. But the vantage point, you can't see the stairwell.
Michael, go to the next one.
Now he already advanced to the next clip. Now, okay, so it looks like they
Michael, go to the next one.
They went to the stairwell, right? And I'm going to get this set up for you. So he just said he pushed her down the stairs. And she's on 2 feet. Like, you see her at the bottom of the frame. I thought she got put, like, well, I don't know where y'all from, but when somebody says push someone down the stairs, I'm thinking you pushed them. And they're like tumbling down the stairs. But again, that's not what this video is showing. So already 2 clips, and I still haven't seen. We're on clip. Actually, he's showing clip 4. The girl's turning around.
And you can see her pleading with him.
They're arguing. And the man said pleading. And then she's in front. Tank's like yelling at her or arguing or whatever. And he's just like shooing her. He just sighed for some reason. Where they at? A fire station? How many flights of stairs they got? Look, bro. So the video, he keeps saying like Tank pushed her down the stairs and all this stuff. I'm gonna show y'all. Cause I want y'all to understand this. Okay. So he like, oh, he pushed her down the stairs. That's her right there. Let me see if I can. This is her. Tank is like not even, like, you can see his foot like on the stairwell, right? So the dude keeps saying, her attorney or whatever, keeps saying he's pushing her down the stairs. That's her. She's walking down the stairs. And look, he's like feet behind her. And whoever his personal assistant or whoever that is behind him. Right? Okay, let's keep going. Notice he's not narrating anything. I guess there's nothing to say at this moment. So, hold on, let me count. I want to count for you guys. Give me 1 second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's about to click on the 6th clip because he has like a folder, a PC folder in the court where he's showing the court, I guess, their version of events or whatever, right? And I want you guys to see it. Boom. You see it right there. So you see this one that's highlighted right here. He's already played 1, 2, 3, 4, and he's clicking on the 5th clip right now, just so you guys can follow. And again, you guys could watch the videos all over the internet. I'm just doing my review of it, right? So it's already been 5 clips that have played, and I haven't seen what you guys told me I was going to see on the clip. Now he had went to clip 6, my bad. No narration, by the way. So when it's quiet, that means he's not saying nothing. It looks like a janitor's closet or something. She walked out, Tank behind her, the guy that was with Tank behind. Like, he literally played this clip and nothing happened. So it just was them walking through a passage. Right? Literally is what's happening. I'm giving you guys a frame by frame. Boom. So the girl, Tank, and then the guy holding like some food or whatever he got in his hand. That's all that happened. No narration, nothing. It's just because there's nothing to say. Walking through the kitchen hallway, and he's going camera by camera. No, notice there's no commentary. The clip is playing right now. They're all just walking.
Yeah.
I couldn't hear that. It was inaudible. Tank looked like he had his hand by her neck, like just like pushing her forward.
And this is down in the garage where he pushes her down the stairs to the garage.
You heard that. This is in the garage where he pushes her down the stairs. This is the vantage point that they're showing, right? So he's reading this in court under penalty and perjury, you know, that this is what's going on. This is the frame that they're showing. This is the frame that they're showing, by the way, right? He's pushing her down the stairs. I don't even see them in the frame. I see, like, what is this? Where's Waldo? Like, how are you narrating and saying this is the spot where he pushes her down the stairs and you can't see any stairs? You can't see nothing. You know what I mean? And mind you, I'm going to give you the rest of my commentary, but we're almost done here. I'm almost to the end of the leaked tape, right?
Where he pushes her down the stairs to. And this is down in the garage where he pushes her down the stairs to the garage.
So he said that, like, queued it up, and I still haven't seen any of them. There's nobody there yet. Okay, they finally emerged. They're all just walking. Tank, okay. Let me see if I can blow this picture up for you guys. So, Tank, the girl, and then the guy finally emerged. The attorney said he pushed her down the stairs. I can't even see any stairwell. There's no, CCTV or whatever at the nightclub, right? And just to show you, this is Tank right there. So where did you see stairs and she got pushed down the stairs? This is the vantage. I'm showing you the whole thing. This is the van. There's a pole. There's a bunch of cars. They clearly came from right where this white car is. They came from like in that region. So he cued the tape by saying this is where he pushed her down the stairs. I don't see anything happening. And then Tank's right here. His friend or whatever is right there. And the girl somewhere over here. Literally. This is the footage that they're showing. So the clips are almost done, by the way. And this was a couple of days before. So here, I want you guys to understand what I'm seeing. I think that's the best way I could break it down for you. So you have to keep in mind, this is a purported kidnapping, right? That's what she said. She was kidnapped by Gervonta Davis, right? And obviously that would be a shocking, charge. So here it is. There's Tank right there. Can you guys see that right there? There's Tank on like the driver's side of the car. The girl's right here. You guys can see that? That's the girl. So he doesn't have a weapon. It looks weird if you're saying false imprisonment and all this stuff, and what you're showing is this. I'm not understanding. Like, again, this is the tape y'all wanted me to watch, right? Tank's on the driver's side. You're not even near him. Like, you could clearly at least like try to beeline it and go back where you. There looks like there might be some weapons over there. If you're really fearing that something is happening and he's like taking you. So this is what they're showing in the courtroom. But I will continue. And then the guy, the friend or assistant, is close to the girl, and Tank is maybe 10 feet in front of them, right? And he turns his back and he's walking in front of them like 8 to 10 feet, right? And then the girl turns around and leaves. And Tank is like just walking out. And I'll show you guys that. Now, I got to toot my own horn right now. There's nobody in boxing that is giving you this level of quality. I have a frame by frame that I'm showing you. If you like this style of video, hype the video up. There's a new feature on YouTube where you can hype me up. Hype me up. I need y'all to be the hype man. Let the algorithm know. I'm giving you frame by frame. I'm giving you pristine video and audio quality, and I'm breaking down all things boxing. So if you're a fan of boxing, you're a fan of me, and there's nobody in the game doing it like me, period. There's nobody that is giving you this level of detail and this level of quality. I am the best in the business, and it's not even close. Back to our regularly scheduled program. So I have frame by frame. We can go wherever you want to go. Boom. There's Tank in the white, right? There's his friend. And then the girl sees him like, look at the distance. Tank, the girl, that's the girl right there. You see my cursor by this in between the black and the white car. So you're saying he like trapped you or whatever. He not even really like close to you in my perspective, right? But we'll look at some other shots. Tank, you see that? That's Tank. And then this is the girl. She turned around and started walking in another direction. So that's the girl. The girl back there, his assistant or whatever, his friend, and there's Tank. So you're saying that I need $1 million because I was fearful and he tried to, or he was like, held me captive. It's looking kind of weird. It's looking kind of weird indeed. Look, Tank and the girl, like you're not even walking by. So I just feel like this is a heck of a job if you're really trying to, like, let's say you want to get somebody, you want to like shove them in your van or whatever. You're not going to turn your back on them, in my opinion, right? You're not going to turn your back and be walking 10 feet, 12 feet in front of them like this. Would you? I mean, does that make sense to you? And then let them escape. Look, this is the girl. She walking away and looking his direction. He not even looking like your direction. So again, I'm the best in the business and it's not even close. A lot of y'all wanted me to see this tape and you're like, oh man. And it's funny because I literally went through everything that was leaked from the court.
And you can see, and here's where she escapes.
Live streaming can be tough, which is why I use StreamYard. Click the link in the description for StreamYard, which is an awesome tool that enables you to set up your stream with ease of use. Get great results with live streaming. It's what I use. Stream to social media with ease with StreamYard. Live streaming is here to stay. Engage with your audience using StreamYard. Great way to reach out to your audience and connect. So you need a tool that can do that. If you're new to YouTube and you're struggling to get views, one tool I can provide to you is TubeBuddy. I've been on YouTube over 10 years. I use TubeBuddy daily to crank out videos just like this one that you're watching. Learn how the pros do it with TubeBuddy. YouTube receives a lot of traffic, which also means a lot of creators, a lot of people putting out content. So you need to learn the ropes so you know how to separate yourself, especially if you're new, but even if you're a pro, use TubeBuddy. The link is in the description. Get more views, more subscribers, and a higher click-through rate, so ultimately you can realize all of your online goals. Use my affiliate link in the description and grow your channel fast.
And here's where she...
Mike, we go to the last one, please. That was it. Your Honor,
And here's where she escapes, and that was it. So that's all the footage that they released.
you can see what happened. What happened is consistent with the affidavit she gave to the police. It's consistent with the...
So that was it. Ego thoughts. I was expecting a whole lot more. I'm not even going to hold you. I was expecting a whole lot more. Not on some sinister, like, hedonistic stuff. Like, I wanted to see carnage. But to get the Jake Paul fight and that type of Netflix bag canceled and all the drama we were hearing about this, I thought Tank Davis, like, literally did some caveman type of stuff the way you guys were saying it. And from watching this, unless they got some director's cut or deleted scenes, I didn't really see much, right? And I know the Tank haters are going to get mad and be like, oh, Ego, you're condoning, you know, violence against women and all this. Stop it. I've never supported DV or condone it or anything, putting your hands on people. I don't condone that. I never encourage that. This is, in fact, it's not my battle. I'm not the one going to court. I'm not the one being charged. There's no accusation against me. My life is good. You know what I mean? So it's funny, me being a content creator, and I speak my mind and it rubs people the wrong way. And they be like, no, Ego. And they try to lump me into this. Don't have nothing to do with me. I'm a grown man. I don't know this girl. Like, this situation literally is not, it's not a me thing. I'm just giving you my opinion. Moving on. So I didn't really see much. And then the narrator's like, oh, he pushed her down the stairs. But then there's nothing being shown, and you guys can watch it. Because, again, for copyright reasons, I can't get into showing the actual video and stuff when TMZ or whoever might flag it. But the video is widely available on social media. Everyone ran to it. Everybody posted it. And they're like, oh, man, Tank's going down. And he threw his whole career away. And I really want to say that a lot of people on the internet are buffoons. They're pure buffoons. And I'm really to the point where I don't think people even like watch or listen to whatever they claim. Like, for example, if somebody drop an album and everyone's making fun of the album, you'll have people on the internet who jump in and chime in, but they haven't listened to the album. Me, I don't do that. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not gonna give a movie a bad review, but I didn't watch the movie. I'm not going to say the album is trash because everybody else is saying the album is trash. Like, remember the movie Sinners came out. Shout out to Ryan Coogler, Michael B. Jordan. Great film. A lot of people, including myself, were like, that was a dope film. It's going to get Oscar nominations, et cetera, et cetera. And then you had this whole, like, section that was anti-Sinners. Right? And we know why. And they were saying, oh, he copied Robert Rodriguez from Dusk Till Dawn. It wasn't a good movie and it was overrated. But then they weren't saying anything specific. They weren't saying like, hey, I hated this scene or this didn't make sense. They were always just saying it copied from Dusk Till Dawn. Very generic surface level stuff where you could watch somebody else's TikTok and read the premise and say that. So again, the internet is full of buffoons that they don't really even content creators. You have content creators like the Tank Haters and the Haniacs. The Haniac content creators, they'll rush to Tank, oh my gosh, the tape leak. I'm pretty sure a lot of people who have either made content or fans who have opined on it did not actually watch the tape, because the responses that people were putting, they're going off of the headline from TMZ. Gervonta grabbed his ex and at the Miami club and the tape has leaked. So I'm pretty sure they're assuming based on the headline, and I get it all the time too. I'll put a YouTube video up and somebody doesn't like the title and they'll be like, you're hating on Terrence Crawford. It's a 40-minute video and it's only been up for 1 minute. There's no way you could have watched a 40-minute video to say that I'm wrong. So again, emotional. Look at you. I got you emotional. When you're just reading headlines and then you have to rush to the comment section, then you don't care about the information and you want to hear yourself talk. And I feel like a lot of people did that with this Tank situation, because unless they have a whole lot more, not much was really shown. In fact, Tank had that situation with another girl, his BM or baby mama or whatever, years ago, where he kind of escorted her out of a game or whatever. And that looked more aggressive than this. That looked worse than this. I'm just being real with you. So that situation, whatever happened there, looked worse than what I'm seeing here. So Tank's side is saying it was a shakedown. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know if he'll be found liable and have to pay. As of right now, this is a civil case. It is not a criminal case, right? He's countersuing. It might have got dismissed. We'll have to wait for more details to see what happens in terms of the countersuit. But what's being alleged, and like as far as getting the Jake Paul fight canceled and stuff, you watch the tape and then come back to my video and leave me a comment and let me know what you've seen. Now, again, I don't condone inappropriate actions. So yeah, Gervonta Davis, he got to tighten up. There's, you're a celebrity. You got perception. You got things in your past and run-ins with the law. So people are waiting to pin the tail on the donkey, so to speak. So you got to tighten up just for that reason. And when you got past run-ins and stuff like that, then you have a bullseye on your back. So just for that reason, you got to be very cautious of the women that you get involved with. You had a gentleman's club with these girls, and then, any gentleman's club definitely got cameras everywhere. That goes without saying, because sometimes guys get rowdy and drunk and inebriated or whatever. So Tank, in that regard, he should tighten up just for his own protection, because you have something to lose. You're the breadwinner. You're Gervonta Davis. You already made it out the hood. You made it from the mud. You made it from the trenches, and be more. Don't throw it away, or even on some, because I don't think Mike Tyson did what he was accused of, what he went to prison for, right? But at the end of the day, you got to make sure you're not in concert or even putting yourself in any position where people can try to exploit you and be exploitative and, gold diggers or anything like that. Now, I don't know nothing about this girl, but Tank is saying there's more to the story and they hung out after this. We'll see how it all plays out. But as far as this tape, I'm very convinced a lot of y'all didn't really watch the tape, because if you did, then it didn't really show much. The narrator was ad-libbing more than anything that was shown. Like, it would be a blind spot and he'd be like, oh, that's where he pushed her. He tripped her. He pushed her down the stairs. She was hurt, but she looked like she was walking regular the whole duration. Now, I didn't see a limp. I didn't see a club foot. I didn't see her being drug off like in the ground and pleading and grabbing the door. I didn't see none of that. I've seen little kids when their dad's about to go to work have more of a fit and a struggle because they don't want to see their dad leave than what I seen in this clip right here. It looked like Tank escorted her out and they had an argument, you know? So I don't know. I don't know what I was expecting, but the way y'all hyped it up, I expected a whole lot more. And I was like, man, because you guys were making it sound like it was so much damage and like there's no way out of this one. But again, you guys go watch the tape. We don't support any kind of women not being treated the right way. It's in the court's hands at this point. But he said, she said. So I don't know. I was expecting to see like what Tank did to Frank Martin, unfortunately. You know what I mean? Like he was just comboing and like some Ike Turner stuff. That's what y'all led me to believe that I was going to watch when I watched this. They were walking. Clearly there was some kind of debacle or some kind of quarrel that they were having, and the narrator on her side was just ad-libbing crazy, right? And he was like, oh, this is where he pushed her down the stairs, she's pleading for her life, and he was just ad-libbing. I like, where are you seeing all this other stuff? And if you seen it, then why are you not showing it in court? So I don't know how it plays out. And here's the thing, too. Gervonta Davis is a black man in America, right? And, you know, is automatically going to be pitched up. You know what I mean? Jim Lampley got a DV situation with his wife or ex-wife. You have Dana White literally on tape slapping his wife, right? And he had to apologize for it. In the Dana White, there's no discussion. She hit him or pushed him or whatever happened, and he went like, and actually slapped his wife. Like, it wasn't some narrator saying, oh, he slapped her and we can't see it. It's literally on camera. There's no like debate. There's no, oh, it was AI. Nothing. It literally was Dana White hitting her. Boom, right here. This is a scene. So that actually showed an argument between lovers or whatever. Look, they even circled it for you. Open hand too. That's Dana White. And y'all ain't saying nothing about him. You ain't saying nothing about, he literally on tape. The stuff y'all was saying with Tank, y'all was like, oh, you gotta watch the tape. The tape shows it all. Tank threw his career away. And then I watched the tape, and it was them like walking down the stairs. Yeah, could Tank have like handled certain things different? Absolutely. You know, absolutely. Especially, you know, given you've had some run-ins, but it just is weird you're saying that he was like trying to kidnap you. What kidnapper is gonna turn his back on you, like, and not be on top of the body, right? Like, you're just gonna walk 10 feet in front of somebody that don't want to be there and allow them to escape. Like, I can't picture any type of advanced kidnapper doing that, right? Like, oh, hold on. Like, most people get like chloroform or something and put a rag over your face and put you in the rickety white van, stuff like that. So you have no choice. Like Ed Gein, you know what I mean? Like, you just wake up and you're tied up. Ed Gein not going to walk 15 feet in front of you and then you're left to your own instincts and you can run off and call the police. I don't know. So we'll see how it plays out. I don't, it's a pending legal situation, so that's about all my opinion until it actually plays out. But a lot of people picked this up, ran with it. Is negative Tank news. I told you the Haney content creators. They don't talk about Devin Haney got to go to court and Bill Haney got to go to court in April for that jumping that kid, which again, the Haney content creators not talking about that. And that's on tape. We could see Tiger Johnson on the ground being like packed out by multiple Haney entourage members. We literally seen it, and they're going to court for it in New York. Right? We've seen it with our own two eyes. This Tank stuff is foggy at best. It doesn't really show a lot of the damage. Like, didn't the girl say she was hurt and spent weeks in the hospital from what? From getting escorted to the parking garage? From getting embarrassed from your coworker? Like, I don't know. Y'all let me know what you think. That's all I got to say. We unpacked.